3 children will undergo a life-changing operation at Children's Hospital over the weekend. It's the first of a 2-step procedure that is being called a chance of a lifetime. This is one child's story. Jennifer Bush is a typical 7-year-old girl. She enjoys playing and fighting with her brother and sister. But when Jennifer talks, you have to pay very close attention.
Say hi, Nikki and Joey. Say I love you.
Can you say it again?
I love you.
Jennifer's voice has never gone above a whisper. Her voice box was damaged by scarring from complications of a premature birth.
Forming words and sentences is difficult, so she'll say things in a more simple way.
Her vocal cords are unable to move in and to move out and to vibrate so that she can generate a voice like you and I.
Say ah as loud as you can. Beautiful, beautiful.
Dr. Seth Pransky, an ear, nose, and throat specialist at Children's Hospital, will be joined by experts from around the world this weekend to evaluate Jennifer's rare condition.
When children like Jennifer come along, we don't have a textbook or a cookbook that says, cut here, do this, and it will be repaired.
The team of specialists will use equipment that will allow them to survey the damage and decide on the best approach. The goal, to restore her voice as close to normal as possible.
She'll sound like a child who has a hoarse voice, a raspy voice, but a child that can be heard in the classroom, in the playground, can stand up in front of her friends at school.
We have high hopes that she'll be talking with a normal voice and singing. I can't wait to hear her sing.
2 other children with damaged vocal cords will also be evaluated, including 9-year-old Joseph Rainieri from San Francisco, who has learned to talk through a tube in his throat.
Jennifer, tell me what this is.
It's...
You don't know what it's called, do you? But tell me what it does. And then what do we look at with it?
My vocal cords.
Your vocal cords. And we do
Jennifer is all prepared to be in the limelight tomorrow, but not without a reward.
What are you asking for? What do you want to get after you have this surgery?
A Beanie Baby.
Physicians from as far away as Argentina and Switzerland are taking part in the evaluation. They'll take back what they learned to their own countries. The actual surgeries are planned for this summer, and we'll give you an update.
What an adorable little girl she is.
Imagine how difficult life would be if you could barely hear your own child, the child's voice reduced to a whisper. That's the situation facing a little girl and her family. But now she's in San Diego to get her voice back. Margaret Radford is here with their inspirational story. Margaret.
Actually, this is one of those stories that makes you feel so good. It's people helping people. 7-year-old Jennifer Pugh and 2 other children will undergo surgery at Children's Hospital tomorrow to fix their airways and vocal cords. Top doctors from around the world will be gathered at the hospital to watch the operations live on video and give their input. It's a rare opportunity that could change the children's lives.
You're going to have a surgery.
Jennifer knows why she's here at Children's Hospital, although you can barely hear what she says. She was born 3 months premature. The tube that helped her breathe and kept her alive also damaged her airway and vocal cords.
her airway beneath the vocal cords, instead of being like this, was narrowed down to half its normal size.
Dr. Pransky is a pediatric ear, nose, and throat specialist. During the surgery, he'll put a special instrument into Jennifer's airway to see the damage, as about 40 doctors watch it live on television screens and give their input.
So it's a true exchange of information, and it's beneficial for all the patients.
It will allow Dr. Pransky to decide which treatment is best.
We want to make it that they have a more normal life.
I just can't imagine her having a voice that people can hear.
The right treatment will also open Jennifer's airway, helping her to breathe better and enjoy all of the activities of a typical 7-year-old. Her mom says Jennifer is ready for tomorrow's operation.
Jen's had a lot of surgery. She handles it really well. She's a little shy, as you can tell, but she's going to be great. She hopes to get a Beanie Baby out of the surgery.
And Jennifer's parents have promised to deliver that Beanie Baby tomorrow morning. Dr. Pransky says there's a very good chance he will be able to help Jennifer and restore her voice. And that is certainly good news. And we will be watching very closely to see what happens.
Yeah. All right. Thank you, Margaret.
In some medical news tonight, imagine only being able to speak in a whisper. It happens to be a way of life for 7-year-old Jennifer Pugh. KUSI's Dave Scott takes us to Children's Hospital, where doctors are preparing to give that little girl her voice back.
No, I want to do something appropriate.
Like other 7-year-old girls, Jennifer Pugh likes to laugh and play. And she would love to tell you all about her Beanie Baby collection. But Jennifer can only talk in whispers.
You have a cat at home? And you'd like to have a little Beanie Baby? What color?
Gray.
A gray cat?
A gray cat and a black and white.
And a black and white cat?
Because Jennifer was born prematurely, her vocal cords never developed. Since then, she and her family, who live in San Francisco, have gone through multiple surgeries, living in and out of hospitals.
Oh, it's tough. Yeah, it's real tough. We've had a lot of scares, you know, a lot of times where she's almost died.
You want to fix your voice, right? So that you can be at school and have everybody hear you, right? Okay.
Dr. Seth Fransky is an ear, nose, and throat specialist with Children's Hospital. He hopes to correct the scarring past surgeries have left behind.
Jennifer's scarring takes place up here in the front part of the voice box, and that prevents her vocal folds from moving in and out in order to generate normal speech quality. And what we want to do is we want to give her a voice to go along with that personality.
There you go, again, you sound
KUSI's Rod Luck is a personality who knows exactly what Jennifer is up against. He has recently survived the same kind of surgery and is happy Jennifer is being treated early.
You wouldn't believe how much it really means to be able to talk and talk properly and not have it hurt.
When Jennifer has her first operation, it will be a learning experience, not just for doctors here at Children's, but for 24 of the world's leading surgeons who will be seated here watching Jennifer's every move on this screen.
What we don't want to do is go in and impair her airway anymore. That's the purpose for having so many experts come in and give the benefit of their years of experience in an effort to get the right operation for this child's problem.
After the surgery, when you have your really big voice back, what's the first thing you're going to say to Mom and Dad?
I'm going to scream and say, I like you, Mom and Dad.
From Children's Hospital, Dave Scott, KUSI News.
Well, you know, the Beanie Baby wish is already coming true because Dave Scott's wife just happened to have all those Beanie Babies she wanted, so they're on their way to Jennifer now. And when Jennifer goes in for her surgery, she will not be alone. There is another child, 9-year-old Joseph Ranieri. He'll also go through exploratory surgery for his voice box, and if everything goes well, the two of them will be scheduled for second surgeries later this summer.
We have our fingers crossed, too.
This morning, a young girl could be a step closer to getting her voice back. She's undergoing a very special surgery at Children's Hospital. Our Giovanna Lara is there with the very latest. Good morning, Giovanna.
Good morning. Well, 3 children will be undergoing exploratory surgery this morning. As you mentioned, one of them is a 7-year-old from Santa Cruz. Her name is Jennifer Pugh. She is undergoing surgery right now as we speak here at Children's Hospital. Now, all of the children have scarred voice boxes, and doctors hope that today's surgery will help them determine exactly what needs to be done to repair the damage. Now, yesterday we met with the 7-year-old. Jennifer's voice right now is only as loud as a whisper. Her parents struggle to hear her. Communication, of course, is difficult. Her doctor, Dr. Pransky from Children's Hospital, is taking advantage of a rare opportunity today. All of the best pediatric ear, nose, and throat surgeons are in town for an international conference. Now, during today's surgeries, he'll put a special instrument into Jennifer's airway to see the damage, as about 40 doctors watch it on live television screens, and they will give their input. Now, yesterday, Jennifer's mom told us the 7-year-old was ready.
Jen's had a lot of surgery. She handles it really well. She's a little shy, as you can tell, but she's going to be great. She hopes to get a Beanie Baby out of the surgery.
Again, today's surgery is just an exploratory procedure. The actual surgery to repair the damage won't take place until summer. Dr. Pransky tells us he's confident that they will be able to repair the problem. Reporting live from Children's Hospital, I'm Giovanna Lara. Back to you.
All right. Thanks a lot, Giovanna.
And we wish her the best of luck.
A special surgery today for a boy from the Bay Area.